Okay, so for some of you, you are feeling some heavy emotions come up with the full moon. I will say that. I feel like some of you are having a difficult time here and like feeling a heaviness in your heart. Okay, feeling a heaviness in your heart. And you could be connected to a water sign, or you could have water in your chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I do feel this energy of like, I say this lovingly, a frustration over the fact that you know you have so much love to give. And I will say this is a collective that's done the soul work. Like, you know who you are, you know what you want, and you also know that you're ready. You really are ready. You are ready for a love that feels healing and not a love that triggers wounds to be healed, right? You are ready. And it just feels heavy in this collective because you're like, what am I doing wrong, Spirit? Some of you are frustrated because maybe you're seeing signs and synchronicities or readings that continuously tell you like someone's coming and then they don't come. And then you're like, oh, okay, no, but I'm going to keep being hopeful. I'm going to keep being optimistic. Yeah, just, it feels like a little bit of a struggle. I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is a collective that I feel like is struggling a little bit. That feels emotionally a little bit of heaviness around this full moon. I feel like the full moon is intensifying this energy. Okay. And there's some of you who feel like, okay, I've already planted seeds of intention. I've already moved beyond what I knew didn't serve me. Okay. But yeah, you really do feel like you're struggling at this time to be able to see the growth that you're desiring, to see the abundant harvest that you have called in. You're at the precipice of said harvest. Like, you've already planted said seeds. You've watered the seeds. You're out in the garden daily. Okay, you were talking to the plants. You're like, let's go, little seedlings. Let's go. Okay, you have been manifesting. You've been calling it in. You've been doing the soul work. You've been taking care of yourself. You're taking care of everyone around you. It's like, this is a collective that has been doing the damn work. Okay, but yeah, you're not seeing this growth just yet. This is the one area of your life that I feel like you're not seeing growth, and you're really frustrated. And here's, like I said, I feel like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you wish for. And I will say Spirit is going to bring this to you. Spirit is going to bring this to you. Okay? But there is this energy here of having to ground yourself, be patient amidst this heavy energy. I see a miracle incoming as it relates to love with this collective. Okay? Tell me a little bit more about who this collective is so they know they're in it. What do we need to know? You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Specifically, I'm seeing Sagittarius. I also have Virgo and Cancer. Okay? This is, you have been waiting on love for a long time as well. I feel this energy of like extended delays. Extended delays. And you also at this time are very certain again about what you want. But there is this like struggle of like, maybe what I'm asking for is too much. Maybe the right person is not available in this lifetime. Like, I do get this energy of like questioning things because you feel like you are super ready, but maybe you feel like the energies you've connected to this time were not ready, or could not meet you where you are, couldn't collaborate with you, or couldn't build up with you. But listen to the song. You looked at me, don't ever find it. One fine day. I do feel divine timing has a strong influence on this collective. Okay. And I do feel that you are attracting in not only a partner, but a long-term partner, a forever partner. But it is also about not settling in the meantime. Do not get impatient and start to accept whatever's in front of you. I feel like in this collective, you've done that in the past. Not trying to read you, not trying to roast you, not trying to read your tea leaves, maybe just a little bit. Some of you in the past settled for less because you got impatient or restless or bored and you were like, well, this will do, pig, this will do. And I feel in many cases, that's a double confirmation, more attachments based on urgency than true aligned partnerships or commitments. Okay? So what is this collective experiencing with this full moon energy here this time? Yeah, this is heavy energy. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I feel this sense of like heaviness and loss, but I will say this. I do feel with this full moon, many of you tomorrow, full moon in Capricorn tomorrow, many of you will finally move beyond this feeling of a loss from what hasn't worked out in the past. And that is going to help you quantum leap beyond these circumstances that do feel like dreary and difficult and heavy. For many of you, again, you've been going back and forth. It's almost like you were not holding on to a person, but you were holding on to what you had lost in a hopes of trying to understand it or rectify it. And it feels like that was just causing you additional grief. I will be honest with you. But it also feels like with this full moon, you're being given permission to be able to release. Okay, you're being permission to release, because as you release this heaviness of holding on to try to understand, you also release the sorrow that comes along with it. Sometimes, and I say this with love, because I've been there. I've been in your shoes. Those who can do teach, okay? I have become a karmic expert because I was a karmic expert, okay? All I can say is that sometimes trying to understand things only brings you more sorrow. Sometimes endlessly trying to evaluate or analyze something only brings you more sadness. All it does is just have diminishing returns that are joyful. And yeah, it doesn't bring any feelings of optimism. But I see you being given permission here to release what made you sad in the past and to start to recognize what a wonderful world it is. What a wonderful world that exists all around you. It's a more wonderful world just with you in it. In all frankness, just you being in this world gives me hope that we are all moving in the right direction. That's how powerful your energy is. I feel you now recognizing that. I feel you now shifting with this full moon into a place in which you are more optimistic, in which you are more open, in which you are more trusting. You are so intuitive. You are very spiritually gifted. Okay? For many of you as well, it's just a matter of not losing your confidence. But it's hard. It's hard when you've been disappointed so many times. To eventually not say like, oh, I just want to give up, or like, I don't want to try anymore. I don't want to put myself out anymore. Like, this is hard, right? It's hard. But I will say this. With this much to offer, again, when you are tuned into your confidence and tuned into your power, when you're in alignment, you will be irresistible. Irresistible. You will be mopped with a stick. Okay, so right now it is about recognizing that. It's about accepting that you're a bad bitch. Okay, accepting the fact that you have everything that you desire and everything that any person with any common sense or eyes to see would value and cherish. Okay, what do we need to know in terms of what is coming in terms of love energy after this full moon for this collective? Damn. Listen, Lindas and Lindos. Y'all got nothing to worry about. Ignore the sexual music in the background. Okay. Maybe some of you do need a little bit of that kind of healing, okay? Maybe some of you do need a little bit of an escapade just to get out of your head a little bit. Okay. Woo, baby. Are you hot just like an Umix? I am. It is 36 degrees in here. Okay? Celsius, that is. But damn, some of you after this full moon are going to attract in a beautiful divine partnership. Okay? Beautiful divine partnership. I see for most of you, you're attracting a fire sign. Could also be an air sign here. The moment you move into this more peaceful energy, the moment you move into this place in which things feel more peace, feel more at ease, the moment you shift into this place in which you are composed, and you feel like life is in flow, that's when you call this relationship in. That's when you call this commitment in. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I also feel fire energy on your side again very strongly. This is a relationship that could be long-standing. This could be a future marital partner. This could be a future spouse. This is definitely somebody that does see building a life with you as something that they're thankful for and grateful for. Okay? Anything else we need to know about this partner? What else we need to know about them? I want you to recognize that this is somebody who's already manifesting you. Okay, so for some of you, this is someone from the past, to be honest. And I don't always like to bring past energies into the collective because I don't want to hear the collective oh brothers in the room here. Okay, I go, ugh. I don't want everyone to get the collective ick, but for some of you, this is a past person, someone they already connected to. For others, this is somebody new, but someone that already has visibility to you. So they could see you online. You could have some type of shared network. You'd be mutuals. There's something where this person already sees you. You could be on a dating app together. Yeah, they definitely are watching you. Okay, there's definitely someone heavily spying on you, watching you. So somebody likes what they see. They definitely like what they see, and they are manifesting you. Okay? What do we need to know about the potential for this relationship with this? Dang. This is definitely somebody that does want to do things right with you. Okay? So if it is a past person, this is someone who's going to come forward to make amends or mend things with you. If this is a new energy, this is someone who's going to be very intentional, very mature, This is somebody who's going to take care of you and somebody who's going to create a solid foundation of trust with you. Okay? I feel Leo here. Specifically feel Leo. I also have the initial R is coming through. Okay? I heard older. They could be older than you. Okay? I also heard the number 2. That could be significant. Okay? And yeah, I strongly feel Leo. So again, it could be your chart or their chart. What do we need to know about the future of this relationship and the potential? Damn, Leo energy again. Leos always be hugging the readings, okay? I'm sorry, Leos, but you do this. Y'all take the air out of the room. You're like, it's me, it's a Leo. We get it. Okay, you're special, you're magnetic, you're charismatic, you're a celebrity. Okay, we get it. But no, I'm a Leo again, showing up in the reading. Here I am to save the day. I'm a Leo. Mr. and Mrs. Charisma. Okay, yes you are. Yes you are. You're magical. Okay. But I do see this Leo here coming in again to offer you a solid commitment, traditional commitment. This is somebody who wants to be able to build up with you. Okay. This is this energy of not only wanting to be able to connect with you, but wanting to build a legacy together. Okay. The Hierophant. Somebody who sees a life with you as one that could bring a lot of fulfillment, a lot of growth, potential for evolution, potential for higher learning. This is someone who feels like their foundation with you in it is stronger. Okay. That's the thing about Leo too. It's like when they're determined and dedicated to something, nothing can stop them. So I definitely feel this energy of like coming in and being like, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this work. Like not like a dog with a bone, like nothing's going to stop them, truthfully. Okay. So the message here, the song is Faith, George Michael. Y'all got to have faith. You have to have faith that this is possible. Some of you are struggling right now. Yeah. Moon energy. Some of you are struggling. There are a lot of fears here. There's illusionary thinking that could be clouding your judgment. There's also the sense of like not trusting what you don't see. Some of you are, because you've been through so much and so many disappointments in the past, there is a lack of trust that is causing you to want to get everything confirmed or validated. Maybe even like you're searching for too many confirmations. And you need to learn to just lean in to your inner knowing, as opposed to seeking these confirmations, whether it's from myself or otherwise, okay? Y'all, I'm okay with you seeing me less if that means you trusting your intuition more. Like, I'm okay with that. I also find it, this is like a side tea, I also find it like highly problematic when someone's like, I resonate with all of your readings. Wrong. You should not resonate with all the readings. Like, make sure all the details match. Make sure your own inner knowing and judgment and discernment is strong, okay? Is strong. Tell me what, let's see what the timeline looks like. People are like, tell me when, okay? Tell me when. What do we need to know in terms of timing for this energy here? Are they coming in during Leo season? Hi, Sandra. Y'all, do you know what's so funny when I asked for the timeline? I asked for the timeline and like the energy here is like, I'm waiting. Like even Spirit is kind of clowning you a little bit. I'm going to be honest. Spirit is reading you. They're like, oh, you want a timeline? I'll give you no timeline. Okay. For most of you, I do see this coming in August, by the end of August. For most of you, I feel like you know that this is coming, but you're not trusting. Like your barrier is trust. Your barrier is trust. Your barrier is frustration and reaching this breaking point because of all that you've put out into love and all the hope that you've had in the past and feeling like that hope, you know, ultimately did not lead to a successful outcome. This is this energy. It's like you don't trust and you feel like this journey has been heavy and you still are trudging through the trenches hoping for the best, but it ain't easy some days. It ain't easy some days. There's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of annoyance. Some of you, like some days are just annoyed by this. You're like, ugh, dating apps again. Okay, here, let me think of a funny prompt. My kind of favorite movies are like, no, you're over it. You're over it. This is a collective that's over it. And I get it. I feel you. Okay. It's hard out there. It's hard out there. Okay. So advice for this collective. Advice for this collective. What do we need to know? Damn. Ten of Swords reverse, Ten of Pentacles. Your forever is coming. Okay. But you need to put the fears, the doubts, the pain, the disappointment that were created by the past to rest. I'm sorry, that's the only way through this. Like, I know you wanted an easy way through. I know you're like, okay, no, just give me the love offers and like the million I'm manifesting just by using the sound and claiming it 3 times. I'm sorry, that's not the way this is going to work. I'm sorry. You do have to put behind you all of the stress and the anxiety and like the tension that you're carrying around the past to rest. Okay. And you can use the full moon to do this. You can set an intention to do this. You can do full moon releasing. There are rituals that you can use to be able to identify anything that comes up. You can determine where it is in your body. Okay. For those who haven't read The Body Keeps the Score. Okay. You carry within you somatically the traumas and the triggers of the past. Identify where it is. Identify those old stories, those old pains. Feel it, trust it, and like let it come through and then release it. Let it go. Okay? The song right now is You Can't Hurry Love. Damn, I feel like Spirit is like trolling today. Trolling. Okay? Final advice here. Okay? You are healing, and that is enough. Okay? But again, doing the work is necessary. Doing the work is necessary. And I know that some of you don't want to hear that. Again, there's this desire for things to just happen magically. And the thing is, they can. Like, miracles happen all the time. But miracles are also the product of your effort and your intention. That's the beauty of being in alignment. Like, when you are in alignment, everything is possible. When you are out of alignment, nothing is possible. And I sense that most of you are so close. You can taste it. You're so close to being in alignment with what you desire. But maybe some of you are fearing, again, finishing this last aspect of the work, okay? And for some of you, this work, again, is just letting go of, like, the pain that you carried around the past because you needed to understand it. I feel like that's the core of this whole reading. That's how we started this reading. You're holding on to the pain that was caused by someone in the past and not even the person themselves. Because something in that pain feels like it agrees with an old belief about yourself. And because you are holding on to that pain, you're also holding on to that old belief about yourself. And because you're holding on to that old belief about yourself, you're not attracting in the miraculous love and partner that you desire. And hence, ipso facto, you stay stuck. You stay on the roller coaster. You stay frustrated. You feel like you are conflicted. But the truth is here. For most of you, the truth is here. Okay? So, move forward towards the partner that you deserve. You've made the investments in yourself. Now allow Spirit to support your manifestations come into fruition. It is simply, for some of you, an act of setting that intention to let go of that pain and that need to understand. There is no need to understand. What more do we need to understand about our pain? Sometimes we try to find or understand about our pain because we feel like if we understand the pain, then in some ways we would feel like, it would prevent us from feeling like we did something to cause it. So we hold on to this pain to try to analyze it, understand it, review it from every possible angle. But truthfully, sometimes, in a lot of cases in love and in relationships, people act simply out of their own limitations, their own self-sabotaging. And it's never an act of malice or malevolence. It's truly their own stuff that you get caught up in, like all of the time. Okay. So if you're holding on to pain that was caused by someone who was caught up in their own stuff, you're just going to stay stuck in that said stuff. Okay. And again, it keeps you in this place of repeating old patterns that, frankly, for most of you, you're ready to no longer repeat. Okay. So I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 1111 down below. We're also going to do a few general messages. Let me know if you felt that collective energy. Think it all over. In the name of love. I also have 2 more spots left on the donation reading list. If you guys want to get on the list, the link is in my bio. It says TikTok readings, okay? Love or career readings are 26. Soulmate twin flame readings are 36. I'm so thankful, Heidi. Full year readings are 46. That includes all the categories of your life. 2 more spots left, and then we done. We close, okay? So go race and get those spots right now if you want to be on the list. Link in bio, TikTok readings. We're going to do a few general messages. We will also do some yes or no questions. Stick around for those. Why? Because she's a generous queen, okay? She's spoiling you tonight. I'm grateful for you. I feel like those who received the message tonight who are here, and I manifested this before the live, I set this intention, were ready to receive the message. I feel that in your energy. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. You are so welcome. Love a sprinkle? Just a little sprinkle, What do y'all think of the sprinkle lady? I'm curious to know your opinion. Do you love? Do you agree? Do you disagree? You're welcome, my love. Highly contentious, controversial topic. Okay. Some love. The sprinkle lady. Shira 7? Shira 7. Some love. It's very divisive, I find. Some people love her and think that she's spitting facts, the truth, bars, and others are like, absolutely no. Okay, let's get some general messages, then we'll do some free questions. For those, again, who are asking about the donation list, I have 2 more spots left. Okay, let's see. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, loved ones, positive ancestors. I agree, Sarah. What do we need to know at this time as it relates to my collective in a general sense? Bye, Kirky. Oh, okay. So I feel this energy in this collective of coming home to yourself or nurturing a part of yourself. And like, that's going to help you get through this time. I feel this energy of, this is so interesting. I love this energy. Every time we get close to a full moon, the channeled messages are so powerful and so clear. So I feel this collective in this process of moving away from an old identity. And again, one that was created through pain, like these old identities, maybe again, like a limiting belief or sense of self. But I also feel you reconnecting with parts of yourself that you feel like you've lost. Reconnecting with parts of yourself that feel true, that maybe you've lost along the way. And this feels like it's helping you get through a difficult time. It's helping you get through a difficult time. And for some of you, it's like you're just starting to feel, more grounded. And it does feel like this has been a collective that has had a difficult road in terms of wanting to be able to cultivate more joy in your life. Again, wanting to be able to feel like you can come out on the other side of this difficult cycle. Yeah, I feel a rebirth here. I feel a rebirth. And this rebirth is dual component here. There's this rebirth of releasing and like reconnecting or reclaiming who you were. And yes, for some of you, there's an aspect of dance that's connected to this. Some of you used to love to dance, or some of you just want to reclaim the joy that you once had as a child. And maybe you feel like you haven't been able to do so because, again, you've had a difficult life, or you had to grow up too soon, or you just had to be independent at an early age. And that prevented you from being able to experience more of that childlike energy. And maybe for some of you, again, for a long time, you haven't been in that state of just seeking out joy and nothing else, like joy and presence. And you had been in this state of survival mode for so long that for some of you, you didn't even know how to reconnect to this version of yourself. But now I feel you doing so, and like feeling permission to do so well, in a way that feels safe. Because again, for many, I feel this energy of, okay, if I connect to this part of myself, like who's going to be there to protect me? Damn. Because you didn't have someone that was there to protect you. So you had to protect yourself. So you're afraid to return to this version of self, because if you do, then who's there to protect you? Who's going to take care of things? Who's going to make sure the trains run on time? Who's going to make sure your rent's paid? Who's going to make sure the mortgage's paid? Who's going to make sure things are taken care of? It's like you've been in the state of constant management of your life for so long. But now I feel that you've done this healing where you're coming out on the other side of this and reclaiming the part of you that just wanted to be young and free and childlike and experience joy. It's so beautiful, this energy. Like it's a gorgeous, stunning energy. And it feels like you're like savoring it. It's kind of like the energy of like a kid that's eating like watermelon. It's just like dripping all over your face. It's like you're not worrying or stressing how you look or how you appear. You're just allowing yourself to just be in the moment and be present. You're not so hyper conscious or fixated as to how people perceive you. You're just feeling free, unencumbered. And damn, this is the first time you felt this way in a long time, if not ever, for some of you. Okay. And for some of you, you are reliving through your kids, or you are healing through your kids. And some of you are healing for your kids or your future kids, because you don't want to repeat the pattern. You don't want them to repeat the cycle. You want them to be able to have a different life, even if it's not like kids, even if it's like pets, even if it's, your nieces, your nephews. It's like you want to heal for them. You want to heal for them because you know that they deserve to experience a different childhood that you had. Okay? So for most of you, I would encourage you to spend the next few months like almost reclaiming that childhood. And for some of you with your kids, to have fun and be silly And I know this is, you may think this is bad advice, okay? Maybe you won't get this advice from your financial planner. Don't worry about the finances. Don't worry about what you're spending. Sometimes spirit will provide back for us in a state of equivalency with the joy that we're experiencing or expressing. That's truly what I found. If I'm in alignment and I'm expressing myself in a way that's joyful, that abundance is always replenished. Okay? So we need to not stress. I want you to see those fears and those doubts around finances as a constrictive energy. I want you to replace that constriction with expansion, like passion, and allow that passion to lead. Maybe it's in career or an area of your life in which you can allow that passion to help create more abundance, but don't live in that fear-based place. Do not live in this place in which you are limited by your fears, or in which you only set aspirations or set goals for yourself based on your fears versus your highest potential. Okay? I feel this energy of a collective, needing to aspire to more. Needing to aspire to more. Any other advice here for this collective, specifically for the full moon? What do they need to know? So I feel counter to the prior collective, and again, you could resonate with both, but what I feel in this collective is that you have already done the healing work and now you're coming out on the other side. So you don't have to spend any more time in like hibernation mode, like in that introspective mode that you were in for some time. Some of you is like getting out of your head and just enjoying the life that you've now created for yourself. Okay, so go forth and do it. This is an alignment. This is your destiny. This is fated. This is you accessing your highest timeline, okay? I feel what is blocking you is that there's a fear here around discovering, maybe discovering the new, okay? Being open to moving beyond these limitations. And for some of you as well, it's like needing to seek too far ahead or know too far ahead. Just trust that the path and the cobblestones are being illuminated as need be. As you take a step, one foot in front of the other, the path will be illuminated accordingly. Okay? Give yourself permission to have some fun. If this collective resonated with you, I want you to state down below. I give myself permission to have fun. Okay? I am ready to live my joy. Okay? My time starts now. Not tomorrow. Not on your biannually scheduled vacation. Okay? Now. Okay? Yes.